Hi everyone, welcome to your mystery reading. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're doing good and I hope this reading finds you well. So let's dive right in. I want to start by using my own oracle cards today. It's finally out and I've been enjoying it so much. And today, as I'm recording this reading, it's Friday the 13th, a very misunderstood number and energy. A very magical number. So I wanted to do something a little special. Okay, let's see what is the general energy. Let's set the tone with an oracle card from the deck of Sacred Rhythms. Okay, we have the Creative Genius. This card has been coming up nonstop for me in the past 24 hours. Don't know why. Interesting. Think outside the box. Trust your creative instincts. Gather, execute, and inspire. Okay, I like that. So right now, we could be receiving some type of wave, receiving some type of channeling to create something new. Like, when is the last time you let creativity just be in the driver's seat of your life? Interesting as I'm thinking about it. I'm kind of connecting the dots here, but yeah, you could be feeling called to create something. Sometimes it can be with the goal of sharing this thing, this creation with the world, but sometimes it's okay to create just for the sake of creation, When is the last time you got your hands dirty, you painted, or you sculpted or created something just for the fun, just for the channeling experience? There's always something that happens when you create something. Okay, let's pick a tarot card and see what this is about. Knight of Pentacles fell out, but I want to see. I want to see what comes through. Let's take a deep breath. What is this creative genius energy here? Okay. And the Three of Wands. So someone is definitely taking action on something. Someone is saying yes to this idea, to this creative impulse. Again, your creative instinct, trusting it fully. So maybe in the past, there were a lot of questions for you, or maybe you felt like you weren't ready to try something different. But here, this is the calling. This is the wave. Kind of this new cycle. Okay, let me try something differently. Let me see how I feel about it without pressuring myself, without trying to fit into a mold. This is about doing something differently. Of course, not everyone connects with being an artist. I feel like everyone has a little artist, a creative genius inside them, but this could be about literally taking a different route tomorrow when you go, to work, when you go grab a coffee somewhere, doing something differently, trusting that instinct. Let me just switch things up a little bit is what I'm sensing. What is this about? Very interesting. Very interesting. What is this energy about? We have the Nine of Swords and the World card. So you're channeling something right now, and it comes from releasing. It comes from some type of chapter in your life ending. You said goodbye to something for good. With the World card, it's like you're never looking back. And with the Nine of Swords here, I feel like it could be the way you critique yourself. Because to fully embrace this creative energy, we have to let go of judgment, at least a little bit, at least try. Because when the ego gets in the way of this impulse, of this clear yes that your soul is sensing, it creates this massive blockage here. The Nine of Swords is the Lord of despair and cruelty. It's like, how cruel are you being to yourself? How cruel are you being to this, again, this creative genius that you have inside you? there's something here again. It's time for a change is what I'm getting. It's time to do something differently. Is it scary? Hell yeah, it's scary. You know, the Nine of Swords, I'm not surprised it came through as fast as it did. Because anytime we let the soul be in the driver's seat, anytime we say yes to ourselves, when a yes is clear, and we kind of answer the call, the ego and the nervous system is pissed. And I've said this a million times in all my readings, because tarot reflects beautifully the duality of life, the soul aspects and the ego aspect. And we don't want the ego to dissolve, you know, we don't want the ego to die in any way. That's such a huge misconception. We need the ego. Sometimes, not always. Again, we don't want it to be in the driver's seat. So Four of Pentacles is here. Four of Pentacles to me is body wisdom. I think that it is essential that you listen to your body, because something wants to come out into the world. Something inside you wants to be expressed. Is it your story? Is it, again, some type of art? Is it just you feeling like it's time you get out there and try something different? It's going to be very different for everyone watching, of course. But how can you listen to your body? How can you make sure that you are present? Devil card is here, of course. Emperor, King of Wands, Page of Cups, interesting. But the Devil card is here, very connected to the Four of Pentacles. There are old beliefs that you are attached to. You are bound to something, and I think it's fear. Fear of being judged, fear of not being good enough, the fear to fail maybe. I feel like there's definitely something here about some type of barrier, some type of blockage that comes from the fear of failure. What if I try this project and no one likes it? What if I start a podcast, a YouTube channel, or if I try to paint, or if I finally share on my social media this thing I'm good at, or this thing I believe I'm good at, or this thing that I simply love doing? What if people don't care? And at the end of the day, I think that it's about doing it for yourself. Again, there is something that has been cleared in your life, and there is a story that wants to be told. It's not about other people and how they're going to receive that story. It's about you and how you show up for yourself. There's something about your commitment to yourself, to your craft, that's being tested right now. The Star is at the heart of this reading. This whole creative thing, this energy, once you say yes to it, once you try it, it opens up this massive door of deeper healing, really, for you with the Star card. It's going to be a cathartic moment. It's what it seems like. And you know, when we keep our hands busy doing whatever, again, it doesn't have to be that you're sculpting or painting. It could be literally cleaning your house, you know. When our hands are busy, I feel like this is the best time to receive any channeling, to receive very important messages. Because our hands are busy doing something. It's like the soul really takes over when you are busy. There's something that's just, again, naturally being cleared through the creation of something, through showing up for something. Is it showing up every day at work and giving your best? Is it trying something new? I don't know. There's so many questions. And of course, the Tower is here, you know. The Tower and the Star card, they kind of come together. So again, whatever you are about to say yes to, it is clearing something. It's clearing some type of accumulation. Because the Tower, for me, is very internal. Very, very internal. Especially that we have the Nine of Swords here. This is a battle. against you. It's like this inner battle that you're experiencing. I keep hearing this question, like, why am I so afraid? I know I can do it. I know I'm talented. I know I have something to offer. Why am I so scared is the question I'm getting. Is it the fear of judgment? I don't know. I think it's bigger than that. Is it the commitment? Not wanting to invest fully in something? Not having the time or the resources? Let me get more clarity around that. This is a very interesting reading for some reason. I love when readings, especially mystery readings, get me like scratching my head. I'm like, okay, I need a moment here. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, that's it. This is exactly what I was saying. Keeping your hands busy, whatever that means for you. Finding some type of magic in the mundane, connecting with source, spirits, your guides. Some people say God, however you connect with, whatever is bigger than you. This is a Virgo card, and I feel like people forget how Virgos, the Virgo energy really, is magical. You know, the Pentacles and the Tarot, they are way more than about the money and just material and the physical. In the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, you can see that they are pentagrams, you know. There is something very magical in the mundane, in the day-to-day, in the repetition here with the 8 of Pentacles. We are transforming as we do something over and over and over again. So there could be someone asking, when am I going to get this break? Like, when am I going to get this moment to shine and people to see me? People to really notice my talents. When is it going to be my time to shine, really, to be the star of the show? Why isn't it happening? And I think that something is already starting to happen, but you might need more practice. And sometimes we don't want to hear those things, especially if we consider ourselves like good at something. There is a call to practice. We have the Ace of Swords and the Princess of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, you are called to practice. This to me is the student of the tarot. And here with the Ace of Swords, it's like there's this brand new idea, this brand new perspective that comes from studying something, from simplifying something. So have you been looking around and comparing yourself with others, comparing your work, your talent? Because here there's a clear new beginning when it comes to what you can create, what you can make. You already have the resources. You don't need to look outside of yourself for more resources. You have it in you. I think that it's all a question of perspective. Again, someone has been asking, when is it going to be my time? When is it going to be my time to shine, to be the star of the show? You're already the star of the show. There's a need to switch up the perspective here. And someone could be saying to themselves, like, it's too late. I'm getting too old, or it's too late. I should have done this in the past. People don't care. It's not trendy anymore. There's something about that, like, who cares? I don't think that this situation is about finding the right time to do something. I think this is about just doing it, just trying and seeing what comes out of that. We have the 8 of Wands and we have the Chariot card. So yeah, you know, how can you just take action on something? Because this self-doubt and you comparing yourself and critiquing yourself and letting fear get in the way of your success, it's an old story. It does not fit you anymore. The Chariot is all about that. This card is called the Chariot and not the Charioteer. It's about what has been keeping us from moving. And here with the Eight of Wands, it's clear to me that the moment you step out of this chariot, the moment you say, you know what? I have a creative genius inside me. I might be a creative genius. Yeah. And my stuff and my energy might not be for everyone, and I don't want it to be for everyone. It's not supposed to be for everyone. And I think here again, this blockage of being judged and the fear of not being liked, it's something that you've outgrown. Who cares? In a world where everyone wants to look the same, be the person that does it differently. I think that there's a massive shift happening right now as a collective, really. We've been seeing the same trends, the same type of people, the same families, in Hollywood and the States, just kind of quote unquote ruling the world, social media and everything. They've created this very unrealistic mold of what it's supposed to look like to be an artist, to be a woman, to be a person. I think that you've outgrown all of those things. And don't underestimate how you can change things just by being you, just by authentically showing up in the world and saying yes to something without trying to be perfect, without trying to compare. And definitely being aware of the value of change, which is a very important theme in this reading. Don't underestimate the value of change. Because there could be a fear of losing something. I'm already comfortable. I'm already good at what I'm doing. I'm already okay with that. But you are allowed to want more. This reading seems so specific, but, I want to honor what came through today and not just delete this reading because it might not speak to a lot of people. I think that whoever needed this reading is going to find it. I really believe that. That's why I created the mystery readings. And this is all about you. Again, I think that the perspective comes from knowing you're already the star of the show. You're already the hero of this journey. So how can you be more present? That's the question. Not how can you be a success? How can you make things happen? No, how can you be more present? Because it takes clarity. It takes, someone who's rooted, anchor in the present moment to say, this is a yes for me. Let's do this. Let's try it. We're not obsessing over what's going to happen if we do it, and we're not thinking about the past and when we failed and the what ifs. Who cares? Something is calling you back to this moment to, again, kind of look within and make friends with the creative genius. We all have an inner critic. We all have an inner child, an inner little one. But I truly believe we all have a creative genius inside us. And that's why I created this card in the deck of sacred rhythms. Look at that. We have the Six of Cups and the Three of Swords. And I just said, we all have an inner little one. So there's something here. I think that this wave of creativity, this wave of inspiration, it comes from something difficult, something painful that happened to you in the past. And Three of Swords, think about the traditional imagery of this card. One of my favorite cards in the tarot. This beautiful heart with swords piercing through. The Sacred Heart, really. And every time I see the Three of Swords, I think about someone who's brave, someone who is honest and able to say, that hurts, or I don't like this, or I want to heal this, I want to talk about it. To me, this is like the willingness to heal. Wanting to truly make things happen. And I think that here, again, you're reconnecting with some type of old love. For some of you, it can be an old friend, a person from the past, but I don't think this reading is about that. I think this is about you reconnecting with a part of yourself, because something already exists within you, but now it wants to be in the driver's seat. It wants to be brought out into the world. Tell me more about this. I want to know more about the Devil card here. I want to know more. Yeah, I need to know more about the Devil card and what it means. What are you bound to? Is it really, the fear? 3, yeah, look at that. We have 3, 3, 3, of course. My confirmation as a reader that it's important that I publish this reading, This is my number. If you know me a little bit, you already know that. 3 of Wands, clarifying the Devil card. There's something that's keeping you from saying yes, from trying. Maybe you overthink. Again, how am I going to do this? I have to make sure everything's perfect. I have to make sure I'm perfect and I'm ready. You're never going to be ready. I don't think there's going to be a clear moment where the mind, body, soul is aligned and it's like, you are ready. No, I think you're going to have to be brave. You're going to have to be brave and you're going to have to do things your way. That's what makes you a genius. This is where the genius energy comes from. It's like this individual energy about you. What makes you unique? How do you put your own signature on everything that you do? The Star card is about that. This is the card of Aquarius. To me, Aquarius, this energy is exactly that. Putting their own signature on everything they do. Are they judged? Yeah. Are they hated? Sometimes. But they do things their own way. This is my vision. Get out of my way. If you're trying to block it in any way, get out of my way. If you are here to judge me, if you are here to stop me, because this is what I want to do. This is how I'm gonna say yes to myself and just try something. Look at that. The Lovers is here in the King of Wands. So be very clear with your intentions and make sure to communicate your intentions, either through writing, but I think specifically through words. Words hold power. Your voice, the words that you use, they're all spells, Saying something makes it kind of real in a sense. Not everyone believes in the power of manifestation. I'm not someone who constantly speaks about that, visualize something and it's going to happen. I'm a very rational person, even if I do tarot on YouTube for a living. I love to take really clear steps and be logical about things and be careful. But here, it's like a very clear message from Spirit. You've been careful your whole life. Now it's time to try something different. Being careful, being practical and logical, it's amazing. It has its time and place, but here it's about passion taking over. It's about the heart, the soul, being in the driver's seat. We don't need to know the why right now. Sometimes it's important to really ask ourselves, why am I doing this? Where is this calling coming from? Right now, we don't care about the why. We care about taking action. This is what is being called. And maybe you've been feeling a pull, a push. Maybe you've been receiving clear signs from your guides recently, I don't know what this means. I keep seeing that type of bird. I keep seeing 333. I keep seeing, a specific tarot card always coming up. Because it is clear the next step is about taking action. Everything is already aligned for you to do so. For some of you, there could even be a person in your life, a partner, a lover, a friend, family member, someone who's just what are you waiting for? What are you scared of? This is your time to inspire just by being you. And it can sound very easy. It sounds very easy when I say it, like just be you. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. Okay. I want to pick another oracle card, I'm just having so much fun. It's honestly one of the best feelings in the world as a tarot reader to have my own deck. It's like a peek into my soul every time I look at the cards. Thank you so much to everyone who supported. Thank you for everyone who got just excited every time, they see the cards in my videos. Thank you so much for making this possible for me. Look at that, practical witch. You are being called to put your vision into practice, focus, surrender, and immerse. That's it. This is not about creating the vision. It's about putting the vision into practice. So maybe pick cards for yourself around that. What does it look like to say yes to yourself? And I would say, if you've been, again, overthinking and asking yourself too many questions, just do something. Just go, paint, sculpt, talk in your freaking cell phone, create a podcast, just drop this thing. I know so many people, write to me constantly asking me, like, how you started your YouTube channel. Should I do it? I've been called to do it, and I don't know, I'm scared. Just do it. This is your call. This is the sign you've been waiting for to just take action on something. And it could be that tonight, to chill out, to relax after your day, you just take out some coloring pencils and you have fun with them. It could be that you decide to clean your house and listen to your favorite music. Listen to a podcast that inspires you. Just do something. And let go of the overthinking, because you are exactly where you're supposed to be. And again, there's not going to be this clear moment where you're like, this is it. The moment you take action, even if the why isn't really clear, the moment you take action, the wheel is starting to turn. And again, this is about you being the star of the show. Focus, surrender, and immerse. And I think that surrender is very important here. Surrendering to this, again, this creative impulse, this calling that you have, whatever it is. There are so many different things, so many different callings that we have. And I'm definitely gonna think about this energy after posting it, and I might revisit my own reading because I think I have a lot to journal about that. But if you use the tarot, maybe pick a card around that. What is the card connecting me to my creative genius, to this inner creative genius inside me? How is it gonna show up in my life? What does it look like for me, again, to take action, to say yes to something? So just do it is kind of the theme here. And again, you're already the star of the show, so make things happen. You can do it. I'm sending love. Thank you all so, so much for being here. And to all my creative genius out there, I see you, I honor you, and I'm right here with you. I'm sending love.